Football Manager's dead. It's never coming out again. There's no remnants of football. We still have the memes. /the Old Zealand for the best Football Manager or football memes on the internet. Australia's greatest contribution to football and meme culture. What is the charge? Winning a trophy? A succulent European trophy? Get your hand off my... The definition of joy is a true model citizen, world-class player, natural in a couple of positions, possesses great pace, of course, consistent, relishes big matches. Respectfully. Real life news. Paris FC is now officially promoted to Ligue 1. This is the 2 stadiums for the derby next season. Are you serious? I can say with complete confidence that this will be the closest derby ever played. I think that is a fair assumption. Congrats to Zealand for winning the Bundesliga. Yeah, I dodged the Harry Kane one most of the time, but he's part of the Forehead Brotherhood. Hell yeah. Zealandism is Zealand confirmed. I'm not gonna lie. Some people have attempted to prove that myself and Zealandism are the same person. And as an outside observer to this drama, I can acknowledge that some of it does look a little similar. This, however, is probably the worst example of us being the same person that you could ever find. Of course, it is impossible to find actual proof because we're different people. I don't understand. Zealand is playing at the Ice Hockey World Championships. I mean, there's no Football Manager. What do you want me to do? FM is unrealistic. Major news in Turkmenistan as dictator-founded club Arkadag, founded by former Turkmenistan dictator Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, who had won every domestic game in their history, have dropped points for the first time. After a run of 70 wins across the league and cup, Arkadag were held to a goalless draw by bottom club Kopatag Azgabat. And strange thing happened after that. Kopatag Azgabat was found to have been cheating and punished very severely by ceasing to exist. Entirely unrelated. These new gin names are something else. Fortunate Sitole. Very heavy lifting being done by the T and the H in the particular order they happen to be in. His tactics are terrorists, to be fair. Oh, Gareth Southgate, head coach of North Korea. First of all, it's the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. Get it right. Still wouldn't take a contract from me, though. I'm not renewing because I want to move to a bigger club. The state I find him in February. It's probably because you put him in the reserves. But I want to be clear. I really do encourage you to punish players like this if they're getting uppity and out of line, all right? Stick them in the reserves. Congrats, Zealand, on signing for the Panthers. Apparently, all Football Manager not coming out in 2025 has done is just make people see me everywhere. I get one of these messages every day. I might be the default human. My boys weren't going to let him off easy. Juan Cruz, hands-in transfer request. Offers made for Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz, injured. Probably going to mess up your transfer business, though. I mean, think of the money. Please, sir, can I have some more FM? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Dudes will see this and just say, hell yeah. From the ball boy here. Oh, yes. I love this. For those that didn't see this, the ball boy at Groningen, they're playing against Ajax, is trying to get the ball from an Ajax goalkeeper. Now, the goalkeeper is trying to keep the ball, and the ball's in play, by the way. This isn't delaying the ball being put back in play. The ball boy doesn't know what to do. This grown man of a goalkeeper is keeping the Groningen ball boy from getting the ball because Ajax is up a goal. Then Groningen comes in, scores, ties the game, ruining Ajax's title chances, and the ball boy then offers the goalkeeper another ball. You can't do better than that. Zealandism bingo. Again, not me, but I'll partake. Game's gone. He didn't run. Always true. According to what I've heard, on the run. I'm not Zealand. It's true. Huge Zealandism news. I'll say that a lot. You guys tagged me a lot. I would imagine it's true for somebody of his incredibly important station. This is a problem. Oh no, that's what I definitely didn't think of, but that's totally true. This sets a dangerous precedent. Oh no. I enjoy this. Wow, Zealandism's cooked. What if it's just the same video over and over again? What if Zealandism only makes one video ever? You know, the Build a Nation is going well when players want to go to Eccleshill instead of Syria. My client's preferred destination would be Eccleshill, following the interest shown in it. The offers from Ellis Verona, but it's Eccleshill. I mean, to be fair, look, they've got a very large looking pitch there. Great editing also, by the way. Tremendous editing work on this. This is a well-made, well-crafted meme. Honestly, you guys got to get on the Reddit and upvote this sort of stuff more. This deserves to be higher. Save ideas. Sign only youth contract players with young boys. Sign only Regens with Regensburg. Sign only Latinos with Latina Calcio. Sign only Peters with Peterborough. This reminds me, a little Football Manager lore for you, of the time that Tom FM competed in a streamer showdown, the old Football Manager tournament on Twitch, signing a team of Toms. This included players like McTominay. They just had to have Toms somewhere in their name, and he didn't finish last. I don't know, Nicholas. I swear you look familiar. I have spent years messing with face packs, and I have no idea how this glitch happens. But I'm here for it. You're trying to breed a team of Avatar, and I feel like that there's a real possibility that you could get some great set pieces out of that. If I remember right, they're like 14 feet tall. Well, this seems obvious. Romania call-up, unlikely for Moldovan. Well, duh. Horatio Moldovan? What does he think? He's going to be able to get Romanian citizenship with a name like that? Guy never stood a chance. Go home where you belong, Horatio. You're not fooling anyone. Bro might carry his entire nation. So this is at Southampton. I'm assuming this is like low Premier League level. And we have this absolute stud, Azar Atman, coming in with the 1-star, 5-star. But it's not only him, right? I realize he's the one getting the credit, and he's immediately going to be the best Malaysian player on the national team. There's also Cedric Indikario of Burundi. That dude's walking into that national team instantly as well. But I am going to warn you. One of my recent Football Manager saves that I played on stream, I had a guy named Boas Vestergaard, and I loved him because he was from the Faroe Islands. And then one day he wasn't. He switched to Denmark, and I have never forgiven Boas Vestergaard, who was born and raised in the Faroe Islands, for switching to Denmark. You might lose Azar Atman and Cedric Indikario to more boring national teams. I'm sorry. As soon as I saw this, I thought of FM for some reason. All right, let's give it a go. We have... I'm sorry, that is vile. That is the most disrespectful, absolutely nasty, downright awesome thing I have ever seen on a pitch. I want to see it 10 more times. Whoa. If it's good enough for Pep, it's good enough for me. My assistant, that player is playing out of position. Maybe we should... Me, experimenting with my DLP at inverted wingback. My goals are beyond your understanding. It's very, very true. This is how you feel, looking at your poor, hard-coded assistant manager telling you that the player's out of position when they don't understand the truth. Their third eye is not open. Fourth, Yolingas! Rohan King, dude. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? How challenging would you rate the combat in this game? Punishing. The answer is punishing. If you click any other answer, you simply haven't played long enough. Man United finally getting to the Europa League final only to get FM'd so hard. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, Tottenham was only trying to score for half the game, so you have to factor that in. Football Manager names can get a bit wild. There is no way that's real. There is absolutely... It might be real. It's Dutch. Jiz Hornkamp is from the Netherlands. Why not? Why can't you ask a woman her age? Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, the FBI, where old Zealand is. It's just precautionary. Zealand's done it again! Grand Theft Auto is now set to release on May 26th, 2026. Okay. I didn't tweet about their graphics. It probably was me, wasn't it? Good times. When the board accept a bid for your star player, and the team asks you why you weakened the team. See, remember when we were getting asked that question earlier and we selected punishing? This is why. Football Manager smells fear. It's like a shark. It can smell blood in the water. And that snowball, once it gets a little nudge, it'll start rolling downhill so fast that it'll clean out Willem Dafoe before he even knows what hit him. Unnecessarily specific, but okay. My client isn't interested in speaking to young boys. I would assume that's in the pros category. You're asking dangerous questions here, Epic. Which word best describes this game's visuals? Unique, playful, realistic, beautiful. I'm afraid to answer because I really want to play FM26. I am now worth 6% of Malta's GDP. So they're running a club in Malta called FC Garb with an estimated value of 1.4 billion as a club. And that relative to Malta's GDP, they are 6% of Malta's entire GDP. I love this. I love comparing things to GDP. And in a build a nation in a place like Malta, this should be your goal. You should become more valuable than the entire country. Zealand's new vid asks, can you imagine your cup final going to 14 penalties? Yes, I can. What about 40 plus? Nobody missed assist for 81 penalties. I mean, this has to be the game breaking, right? There's no way there can be a statistical anomaly of this proportion. This would have taken 2 hours. That's the greatest penalty shootout I've ever seen. I can't imagine we're going to find anything that's going to top that, so we'll leave it there. If you want to watch more Football Manager memes, here are more absolutely fabulous Football Manager and footballing memes. And I hope you have a fabulous day, whatever day you happen to be watching this. I'll see you on stream, and I'll see you in r/the Old Zealand.